It is that time of year again. Royal Rumble. And that means it's time for predictions.
Yeah, road to WrestleMania time.
Yep. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I forgot to send Johnny the link. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. I am your host, Comic Book Bob. Joined as always by my good friend Hollywood Frank, and I sent it to him just now. So you can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all the news and wrestling, and boy, is there a lot of it this week. You can also follow us on social media, scrolling across the bottom there, and as well as in the description. Yeah, interesting week, man. Big Daddy was here first. He said, "Hey, yo, what's up? The double dip from the GOC. What's up, Big Daddy?"
Hey, yo.
And next up, we'll see here. Johnny was next. Sorry. Big Daddy says, tune in 8:30 at TNT into TNT with JD and Drew off the script. Should be a bang. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm really interested to see what JD has to say about this friggin' Netflix deal. But Maldacito said, "Sup, people? What's up, Maldacito? I saved it for you, even though Big Daddy was first."
Sup?
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 Hello.
What's up?
What's up? But yeah, drop an elbow on that like button, that thumbs up, share it out on your social media. Help us get as many eyes on the stream as possible. But yeah, interesting week, man. Yeah, Johnny, Netflix and chill. Yeah, pretty much. Friggin' $5 billion over 10 years. Holy shit, dude. My God. But yeah, that was insane, man. I saw that, and it's like that piece of news came in, and then right on the heels of that, it came in that The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is now part of the TKO board.
Yep.
Which means he's now technically Triple H's boss. Although I'm sure Triple H has an unofficial position on there somewhere along the lines like that, but WWE making moves, man. Triple H he's firing all cylinders, but
what does that mean for AEW?
This is good. Actually, I think this is good news for AEW because Tony's gonna. And I think Tony may have been stalling on signing the deal so that he could get the absolute most. $5 billion Phil. What's up, Johnny?
Yeah.
But
what's up to the storm outside? So if I fall out, then you just know what happened.
I got you, bro. No problem. And I appreciate you being here. I thought I dropped in a link. I'm sorry I didn't.
No problem. It happens.
So about them Raw to TNT rumors, dude. I said from the start that I didn't think that was a thing because because of the money situations that Warner Brothers Discovery was in, and two, the fact that they're trying to get as much streaming content as they possibly can for Max. And with the Raw deal, they would have to pay as much, if not more, for what they were going to get for all of AEW and all of AEW's library and all of our Ring of Honor library. And all they were going to get was the broadcast rights for Raw. They weren't going to get streaming rights for it. They weren't getting streaming rights for any WWE content. That was it.
Yeah.
So
plus Warner Brothers Discovery is trying to secure that deal for the NBA. So until the NBA deal is over, they're not going to finish up anything with AEW until the NBA deal is
that's
signed by them or signed by another company.
Yeah. But with the amount of money that WWE is getting for Raw and also for the streaming rights and for the streaming content rights outside the United States, Tony's looking at this. Like, I guarantee you he's drooling over this because this means he can ask for it. He's like, see, you see how much they're getting for that? This is how much we want for this. So he's gonna get what he wants.
I told Rob earlier, Netflix paid that. Don't sleep on Amazon.
Yep.
Possibly being a destination for AEW.
I wouldn't, dude. I mean, this changes a lot of things, man. Changes a lot of things, and we're gonna go over the deal for it real quick before we get into our.
Hey, if he goes away with picture in picture, I'm all for it.
Dude, I can't stand picture in picture. Oh my god. But yeah, so interesting thing. But before we get into that, go ahead and get into our little segment, little something we call the good, the bad, and the ugly. This weekend is me starting it off. The good, man. This deal, this WWE deal. You know what they say, a rising tide lifts all ships. And this is going to do. I really do think that this is going to do wonders for AEW's bargaining position. Like you said, there's going to be other people that are vying for that contract. I do think that Warner Brothers Discovery is going to definitely have the inside track. You know, they're going to want to stay with Warner Brothers Discovery if they can. But if Jeff Bezos drops a fat enough check, I could see them jumping over to Amazon. And even if they do stay with Warner Brothers, there's talk that their shows could become like a hybrid of cable and streaming simulcast, kind of like the way the NBA does their simulcasts. So, you know, this could be huge for AEW. Huge. Another piece of good, and this is a personal preference. Kevin Patrick removed from SmackDown commentary team. Jesus freaking Christ. Good God, man. I can't stand that guy. Nothing against him, but he's awful. He's awful. And
nothing against you, but you suck.
Yeah. Nothing against you, man, but good God. And hopefully they'll bring in somebody, or maybe don't bring in anybody at all. Just leave it a 2-man team, man, for God's sake.
It just gets muddled with 3 men sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened to Collision, man. But
what happened to Dynamite? I've had enough of Shivani and Excalibur getting cute with each other.
Yeah, Schiavone needs to go.
Yeah, Schiavone. Listen, I like Tony Schiavone. He should be the lead commentary over on Dynamite, not Excalibur. Tony should be the lead commentary over on Dynamite, and it should stay a 2-man team over on Collision with JR stepping in for the main event if they want to. So I've said that about a million times, but no one's going to listen to us. But that's my good, my bad. More injuries. We already know about Seth Rollins. He's the MCL, the grade 2 MCL tear, the partial tear in the meniscus. Cora Jade just went under the knife for her ACL tear. And in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Master Wato also there's a lot of ACL tears in the last couple of months, man. It's like, freaking, what the hell are people doing? It's like all the ACLs decided, you know what? Screw it. We're all just going to quit at the same time.
Yeah, I think I'll be taking a break from football for a little while.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's the good news is he's really young, so he should heal really well. But it's never good news when somebody gets injured. But the injury bug just keeps popping up, man. But speedy recovery to him. He's a fun dude to watch. He's actually improved quite a bit over the last couple of years. But that's the bad. Obviously, injuries are always bad. And the ugly, tying into this, WWE opting to keep Seth Rollins active while injured. Now, this could go one of two ways. If by active, they mean he's just going to walk out and talk for a couple of months, and he's not really going to do anything, maybe take a bump or something like that. Okay, I don't even like that. But But if they think that this dude is gonna like rehab for a couple of weeks and then or a month and then try to do a match, this is bad news, man. This is not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all.
I don't think that's the case, but you would be 100% the case if Vince was in charge still.
I don't know, man. Like I said, sometimes you got to protect these guys from themselves. I gotta wonder if this is Seth interjecting into this. Thing is a grade 2 tear, man, will turn into a grade 3 like that.
Yep.
So don't
how much
find out, dude. This is not a good idea. So, and I don't like the fact that they're letting him do this. They should what they should have done is like I said, they should have had Priest come in and cash in on him, get the belt off of him, you protect him via the injury, let him go do his rehab, let him go heal, come back, let him continue, and then go from there. I don't like it when they make these guys wrestle injured. That's one of the issues I have.
How much how much I complained about Cody with the torn pec wrestling in the cage that time.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea either.
But I think on this one they're gonna wait and see and hope he makes it for WrestleMania. If he doesn't, they'll change plans. I don't think he's wrestling anytime soon.
If they screw around with him, there's a very good possibility that instead of being on the shelf for 3 or 4 months, he'll be on the shelf for 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So it's not good. It's not a good look. It's not a good idea. Don't let these guys wrestle injured.
Yeah, and like Big Daddy said there, they don't work quarter what the grapplers from the 70s and 90s did.
I understand. Yeah, 100%.
And the grapplers nowadays they do more high risk, more top rope, more high flying stuff than
which I'm not
back in the 70s.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% sold on that idea. I do think there are times when they take unnecessary risks. Like I said, you got to protect these guys from themselves.
Now, would it be better for these guys to come in wearing a knee brace already if they're going to be doing stuff like that before they even injure their knee? Like, put the brace on and wrestle with it, even if you're in
healthy,
your late 20s before you tear your knee up.
I think, as medical and protective technology gets better, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Putting even like those those pad braces that they have, where they just kind of look like really thick knee pads.
Yeah,
that's at least a little bit more stability and a little bit more protection. Anything you can do to protect these guys, I really think you need to do it within reason. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. But the question, I don't know that the technology is there yet.
Right. But even something to over your knee, even.
Yeah. Well, like if you're getting, if you're starting to get old, well, look what Austin did when Austin was getting older. To the point he had 2 knee braces on.
Yeah.
So, if you got to do that, do that. But man, it's
Statlander has 2 now too.
Yeah. So
she did mess up one knee, came back and messed up the other right after.
Yep. So if you can do that and it doesn't hinder you in the ring and everything, or it doesn't, I'm all for that. Anything to keep these guys healthy. Mouse said, I tore my MCL meniscus in a battle royal, then tore my LCL in the same knee during God. Good Lord, son.
Nope.
How'd you tell? Wait. How'd you tear it during rehab? Was it like already partially torn or something, and then it got worse? Because like rehab is when you're like not doing that shit. It's good Lord, man. That's brutal. Yeah, and I think that statement, Big Daddy, and they don't work a quarter of what the grapplers did in the 70s and the 90s. That's a testament to how far they're pushing this thing. They're doing all this extra high risk stuff and things like that. And don't get me wrong, it's cool to see, but I think you look at guys like Will Ospreay, who used to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like that dude was just one high spot after just boom, 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 all over the ring. And then suddenly he got a rush of brains to the head and he was like, I could take my foot off the gas a little bit do a little more storytelling in the ring, work things a little bit, and extend my career quite a bit. I think that's what a lot of these guys that are doing these crazy moves, I think that's what they need to start doing. He's still, I mean, dude, look at all the matches he's at. He's still freaking Will Ospreay. Yeah. It's just now he's better. He's actually better now. So I think that's what a lot of these guys need to do. The other thing too is, if you notice, a lot of these guys that are getting injured are young. They're young guys who are doing this crazy stuff.
Oof. Coming down a step. Damn.
Oh my God, dude. You know that's weird. It's like, and that's one of those things where it's like just like the perfect storm of circumstances, and everything just like clicks into place, and it just happens, like you're just walking and suddenly you break your friggin' ankle.
Yeah. Bam.
It's, that's unfortunate, dude, but man, good God, that's awful. But yeah, so that's my ugly, man. I don't like the idea of Seth working injured, even in a limited capacity. Let the dude heal. But that's what I got. What you got, Bank?
Hey, I did a shout out to my Aaron and Moses team last week. Shout out to my former team at Burtwood Tavern and Crocker. Sean, my executive chef, big wrestling fan. You got to get him on here sometime.
Get him watch, man.
Well, he's a big wrestling fan. So, Sean, let's get you on here sometime, brother.
You can never have too many wrestling fans.
Had to stop by my old store. Danny, Emma, Devin, Jonah. Nice to see you guys, man. It was nice to see you. But my good. Bang, bang, scissor gang.
Oh, my God.
Scissor me, daddy.
Okay. I'm not gonna crap on it, but I am gonna say this. If Bullet Club doesn't turn on them, I'm gonna be so freaking disappointed and pissed off.
It's gonna happen at some point, but
it needs to happen sooner rather than later.
Let's enjoy the bang bang scissor gang while we can. All right.
No.
Going up against the United Empire. All right. Come on, scissor me.
You leave him hanging?
Yeah, he leaves me hanging. He don't care. He doesn't care. He don't care. I'll buy him lunch. Buy him lunch, and he says, "F you."
I am not a fan of the freaking that. I'm just not a fan of it. I understand why people. I understand they're popular, and then people are. I'm not a fan. So
yeah.
So that's your good.
Yeah. So it's something fun. I'm looking forward to see what he.
There's nothing wrong with having fun.
The bad. I don't know where this whole thing with Jack Perry's going. I mean, I don't know what deal is. Shows up in New Japan, rips up his AEW contract, but he's still with AEW as far as I know because they haven't released him.
It's an angle. He's playing a character.
I thought he'd be coming back to reform Jurassic Express, but maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know, man.
Because that was a heelish thing he did on, but who knows? I mean, it just.
Yeah.
He's not wrestling. He just appears. Like, what's this guy doing? Like, let's get the storyline moved along. If he's coming back, let's get it going.
Do they even have a plan, or he just tired of staying home and he has to show up on other places? Do they even have an idea for this?
I think they do have a plan. I think that's why it took them a while. They're like, look, we got to figure out what we're going to do with this thing. And I think that's what they did. And I would be shocked if he did not show up at Revolution in some way, shape, or form. So
yeah, who knows? Who knows? Let's just get the story like with the whole thing with the devil. Storylines are okay, but just dragging it on too long.
Yeah, pull the trigger.
Yeah. Storylines like the with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, great. But that's starting to get a little stale too. Like, let's move on. Like,
yeah, if Sammy had not been injected into that, it would have been long dead.
And the bad. I mean, I don't care about Nia Jax and Becky Lynch. I really don't. Really don't. What they've done with Becky Lynch, the last couple of storylines, her and Trish Stratus, I did not care.
No.
Her and Nia Jax, I do not care.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like I said, Nia's been working fairly safe.
She has,
back, which is good, but they're outside of damage control and like the impending implosion of that. There's not really a whole lot going on in the women's division.
Like, and we'll talk about it earlier. I'm not talking about it earlier. I want to see Jade Cargill and Nia Jax in the ring, only two, at some point on Saturday at Royal Rumble.
That would be interesting.
That's a compelling storyline. I would not have a problem with Nia Jax being in. Yeah, and he said Nia Jax is a lot better than she was before, but just the storylines with Becky Lynch, it just, to me, it doesn't move the needle.
There's not a lot going on in the women's division at all that's moving the needle right now. Like I said, the damage control stuff is it. That's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously they're going to start working towards some things, but I mean, right now it's just kind of like in a holding pattern and it's kind of stagnant. So, but and to give you to like even kind of drive that home, there's only 6 people announced for the Women's Royal Rumble so far.
6 out of 30.
6 out of 30.
Yeah. And it's only 4 days away.
Yeah. Like, talk about making something making an afterthought.
You're just going to see who shows up backstage and tell them to go out there.
It's going to be like, hey, who wants to be in the Rumble? Okay, go on. You know, it's like, meanwhile, there's 11 people announced for the men's, and they're hinting at like several others. So, and we'll go over that, but yeah, it's women's division needs a lot of work.
It does. It does. I mean,
you laugh. It probably would.
It would. It would.
Whether you agree with it or you disagree with it, it probably would.
If Kyrie's saying he's on it, I'll buy it.
And with Raw moving to Netflix, they don't have to stay PG.
Nope. That's actually one of the things that people have pointed out is going to streaming like that means that they can explore like more adult storylines. So now, whether or not WWE would do that, because they want to, like, obviously they want to keep hooking in as many people as possible. So being PG or PG-13,
and they still have outside sponsors too.
Yes, yeah,
but they're not owned. They're owned by TKO Sports.
I understand that,
or TKO Holding, whatever.
Yeah, and they don't give.
They're getting $5 billion for 10 years.
Yeah.
Unless there's an out in the contract somewhere, they're locked in.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's some kind of a conditional thing that they could pull out of the deal if they wanted to. They're not gonna though, because they ain't gonna give them back. No, they're not gonna give back that money. Are you kidding me?
500 million,
500 plus million a year. Are you out of your mind? They ain't giving.
I'll tell you, I love you and make you believe it. Don't worry, we'll stay there.
Now, I also wonder how that ties in with the Saudi deal.
Well, the Saudi deal is for live events, so I don't think that
they're going to be streaming on Netflix internationally, but they're going to be on Peacock for I don't know how many years.
Yeah,
for
at least a couple more years on Peacock,
right?
Because I think the deal with Peacock was like 8 years.
I don't know, but I think the Saudi deal is longer than the Peacock deal.
Yeah, Saudi deal was like for 10 years as well.
The Saudi deal was for 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't see how the Saudi deal is going to be that big of a problem, because it's just, a couple of live events every year.
Yeah.
So I don't know that there's any kind of streaming rights or anything involved in that. So I don't see the Saudi deal being a problem.
But having the Feds catalog in Netflix is gonna be so great.
Oh my God. It's going to be, the next couple of years are going to be very interesting. Now, obviously, it's like, there's like 10 and a half months before this deal goes into effect.
Yeah.
And a lot can change. But according to Nick Khan, the idea is that it's still going to be a Monday Night Raw. I think what's going to happen is when they do their simulcasting, their live streaming, for Raw, they're gonna release it on Monday nights. Whether or not people are gonna watch, but here's the thing: now the ratings don't matter because people can watch it whenever they feel like.
Yeah.
So if I were AEW, as long as WWE doesn't move one of their other shows onto Monday night, I'd move friggin' AEW. I'd move Dynamite to Monday night.
Thought you wanted to move Collision.
Well, I was thinking about that. I would move either. You could do that, but Collision is still the secondary show. So
Correct.
I would put
just one. If Raw is still gonna be broadcasted like live on the Monday that it happens, that's a bad idea.
Well, it depends.
For AEW to do that.
It depends though. But here's the thing though. That's the whole idea behind them going to streaming though, is that there's now the convenience where you don't have to watch it live.
No, you don't have to watch it live, but kind of like a sporting event, people want to watch it live. So if they have to pick between that and AEW, they might pick that.
But the way Netflix usually does their things is they release the new episodes like midnight, like the morning of. So it all depends on how they do the releasing schedule.
Right.
So if they do the releasing schedule the way that Netflix normally does stuff, then it might not be a bad idea for AEW to move one of their shows to Monday night. And if you have, and honestly, I think if you've got if you can do that and put both of your main shows on a weekday, on like a Monday and a Wednesday, that's going to help because the Saturday slot is the kiss of death.
Yeah.
And
with that being on Monday night, Johnny, you said it. People like to watch stuff live.
Yep.
17 weeks out of the season, you got Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Your ratings go right down. The Raw ratings go down on Monday night during those 17 weeks. So if you still have it streaming on Monday, you have to realize 17 weeks, your rating, are fans going to watch NFL or are they going to watch Raw?
I'm going to watch NFL. So
does AEW want to go against that?
No.
The NFL, no.
But like I said, they might be willing to do that just to get that push for the rest of the year. So, but anyway, I don't want to dwell on this too long because we got to get into the Royal Rumble here. By the way, we will be live reacting to the Royal Rumble. So if you guys are come out, hang with us, guys. Should be fun. It's always fun when we do that. We'll see if we can get a couple extra people to join us. All right, so let's talk about this. So far, there's only 2 other matches besides the Rumbles.
That's it.
And that's it. And they might add one more. I don't know that they will. But we'll see. Malicia said if Netflix does live TV, they better start working on it because so many services have problems at launch. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to stick with what works for them.
Yeah.
So the United States Championship, Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. I think Logan Paul retains.
Yes.
In fact, I think we might get Jake Paul showing up to help Logan win. I didn't say I liked it. I said I can see it happening because WWE likes moving that needle, man. And whether you like it or not, those guys have a lot of people that follow them and like them. We know that Jake is pretty much done with boxing because he started fighting real fighters and started getting his ass kicked.
Yep.
So it's the next logical step. I think that yeah, I agree. I think he holds on to it till Mania, and then I think at the end of it he has a stare down with Ricochet, and we eventually get him versus Ricochet for the belt at Mania, and that's when he drops it. So a much more interesting match. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton versus LA Knight versus AJ Styles. And Roman's keeping the belt.
Yeah.
He's not dropping that belt.
Styles or Knight is taking the pin.
I think LA Knight's going to take it. I don't see Randy eating the pin.
No.
I don't see AJ eating the pin either. I think you're going to get a lot of shenanigans. I think someone said that they would not be surprised if Paul Heyman pulls a guy out of the ring to prevent a pin, like AJ's about to pin, like Randy's about to pin AJ or something like that, and then he yanks him out. One thing that we were talking about, you and I were talking about, if they are going to pull the trigger at WrestleMania, Jake Paul surprise entry in the Royal Rumble. Dude, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I'd rather have Shane. I'd rather bring Shane back.
I'd be more inclined to see Stephen Amell than Jake Paul.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen. See, if Stephen Amell shows up in any wrestling promotion, it's going to be AEW because he's tight with all those guys.
He's also tight with Cody Rhodes, I thought.
He is, but he's got, well, and also a lot of the AEW guys are working on that show. So,
and Punk, don't forget Punk.
What is that symbol?
What?
The Big Daddy's putting emotes.
I don't know.
I'm not an emote guy. I don't know shit about emotes. But he's got wind blowing on something. Oh yeah, cooling off his coffee. But yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious Roman's retaining here. Maybe they set some matches up like Randy versus AJ. I do think we're gonna run that back a little bit. And but you and I also talked about if they worked shows canceled. Oh, here's the coffee farts. If they're going to pull the trigger on the implosion of the bloodline, it needs to start here. I would like to see Jay turn on Roman at this point because we don't have a lot of time. Like you said, we've only got like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Not even that.
I think it's April 6th and 7th or 5th and 6th is WrestleMania.
Yeah. So they need to start moving it. So, and we all, like Cody set up how it's going to happen. Jimmy and Jay are going to leave him. Then the last person to leave him will be Solo. And then after that, Paul Heyman becomes an advocate again. So Roman has to be abandoned to lose. And I think that has to start now. Yeah. Yeah. Solo went from monster to normal in no time. Yeah. But I think that it has to start now for that to have enough time to develop this story properly. So,
and if it doesn't, he's keeping that title until SummerSlam.
Oh my God. I hope not. I really hope not. Because if they try to have everybody turn on him in one night, that's just not going to work. But yeah, so you guys have any difference of opinion on that?
I'd take everybody turning on him at the same night just to get this over with. At this point.
There's no title changes on Sunday or Saturday.
No, I don't think so.
Hello, Courtney.
Courtney, welcome.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here, girl. All right. You want to talk about the women's rumble first or the men's rumble?
Sure, let's go with the women. There's only 6 entrants so far.
My God.
Run them off. CBB.
The 6 entrants so far are Bayley, Nia Jax, Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Maxine Dupree, and Ivy Nile.
Woo! That's some real big heavy hitters there.
Yeah.
Boy.
I would be shocked if if everybody from Damage Control isn't in this friggin' match.
You think Io Io Shirai is going to be there, even though she's champ.
Yep. I think what's going to happen is they're all going to run roughshod. Damage Control is going to run roughshod over everybody until it gets towards the end, and then Bailey's going to eliminate one of them. Bailey's going to eliminate one of them, maybe by accident, and then the others are going to turn on her. I'm predicting Bailey's going to win this thing.
Yes.
To set up her versus Io. As far as surprise and like entrances, I think yes. I think the final four are going to be. It's going to be Bailey, Io.
Saw that, Johnny, right?
Nia Jax, and the first surprise entrance, Jade Cargill. I think those four are going to be the four.
Yeah, Jade, Nia, Bailey, and who's your fourth one?
Bailey, Io, Nia, and then Jade Cargill. And Jade Cargill and Nia Jax are going to eliminate each other. And then it's going to come down to Bailey versus Io, and she's going to win, and she's going to challenge Io. I think that's how the women's rumble is going to go down. As far as surprise entrances are concerned, there's only two other people that could be a possibility for surprise entrance in the rumble. The first one is Mercedes Moné. Okay, which I still think she's going to AEW. Oh no, yeah, you're right. There's a third one, Trinity. Trinity Fatu. She could Naomi. Naomi's definitely coming back at the Rumble. She's definitely one of the surprise entrances. Michelle McCool could be. She could be, and considering the fact that, like I said, they haven't announced anybody else. There's only 6 people. Yeah, Naomi's definitely going to be a surprise entrance. I don't think she's winning, but I definitely think she's going to be a surprise entrance. And here's the thing. Everyone thinks that she's going to come back and she's going to be Bloodline. I don't think so. In fact, she might be the catalyst for breaking the Usos away from the Bloodline. So we'll see. Michelle McCool could be another one that people are saying could be a surprise entrance is Alicia Fox.
I don't think so.
Because I guess they said that she's been hinting at it or whatnot.
Is Julia
Sasha
free
Banks.
yet?
Was that?
Is Julia free yet?
I think technically
no, she is not.
I think technically she's not until after the Rumble, but
sometime in February is what I thought.
Yeah, the beginning of February, I believe. But that doesn't mean that she couldn't show up. Like if she's like, because she's pretty much done with New Japan, with Stardom. She's pretty much done. She's got one. I think she's got one more match with the New Japan Strong women's title, and I think that's it. That doesn't. So it's I mean, they did the same thing with Carl Anderson when he was the Never Openweight champion.
Right.
They let him finish out his thing over, but he still started with WWE. So I could very much. Jesus Christ, freaking now. Come on, man. Oh, it does sound bad.
No member of the Brood.
Oh, God.
We would put with the vampire.
Stop it. But I could see Julia showing up. And then, obviously they let her finish her commitments to New Japan and Stardom, which I think she's only got a few more weeks. So, if she does, they need to make her feel like they need to make her out to be a big deal. They really do. AJ Lee is another one that they're saying. I don't think so.
AJ's never coming back.
Yeah, I don't think AJ's got too much shit going on behind the scenes. In her own thing. She's got, she's writing books and she's got that fitness brand that she does and everything. I don't think she's coming back. I don't think she wants the aggravation.
No.
Even though she looked amazing in the training video she showed with.
Dude, like I said, she's got all these friggin' fitness videos and stuff like that, dude. She's like a major fitness influencer. So Yeah, she's holding up really well.
You keep spouting off names. First you go with 2, then you go with 3. Now you're at 4. How many?
No, I said no. I'm looking at in the chat at people that they're saying.
Right. Well, you said Naomi, Mercedes, and then who was your third?
Julia.
You said 3. Julia. Okay.
I said Mercedes might be the third person. Now some people are saying that could be, what's her name? Hardcore Country.
Mickey James,
because she's done it before. I really don't think so. I think she's done with that. In fact, I think she's mostly done in the ring.
I have one for you.
What's up?
Camille.
I think Camille's going to AEW. She was back. I know that Tony Khan is really high on her. I don't know why he's not high on Julia, but he's really high on Camille. And she was backstage at AEW last week.
Right, but she's a free agent right now.
She is, and she could be, and she could be a one-off. That's the other thing too. Some of these people could just be one-offs. So, and if that's the case, if there's people that can be one-offs, that opens the door for a lot of people. Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim's done.
Yeah, I don't see that. Maurice possibility.
Yeah, Maurice is a possibility as a one-off.
You can see Lita could be there. Trish Stratus.
Do they really want to do Trish Stratus after the way they shit the bed with her?
Hell, I know. They only got 6 right now. Out of 30.
But they've got a massive women's roster. They've got all these.
Well, right, but you're probably going to see the way. You're going to see Candice LeRae and what's her name.
Probably.
You could see. I would have said Cora Jade, but now that she's out, won't be back till next year.
Yeah,
forget about that.
I could see the women's tag champs. Wasn't it Chance and Carter?
And who was the? Not having a brain fart. The NXT women's tag champs.
Oh, Lyra Valkyrie. No. There's only one tag champs now.
They combined their belts.
Yeah,
tag champs. The one with the orange hair and the other girl.
Yeah, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter.
No.
Gigi Dolan.
Are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about before they combined them.
Yeah.
Alba Fire and
Gigi Dolan.
Gigi Dolan, I think.
Yeah.
I know another person that could be coming back is Alexa Bliss.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have her baby. Right.
Yeah.
Make a surprise return.
She could.
With her Fiend gimmick.
Fucking shit. I hope not. Good Lord.
At this point, maybe we need Santino to join the Women's Rumble again.
I think Candice LeRae might be a possibility.
Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
Carmella. She hasn't done anything in forever. As far as surprises are concerned, man, I think that's about it.
And Rob and I were discussing, and I said that I said earlier. Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. I want to see that. I want to see Jade Cargill pull Brock Lesnar from a couple years ago to start throwing people out, be in the ring. One person comes out, throw them away. So finally, it's just Nia Jax and Jade Cargill in the ring.
Yeah,
for like a couple minutes.
The idea of Jade and Nia doing any wrestling together kind of scares me.
But you know what though? A battle royale is the kind of match that a person who's limited in their range can actually do well in.
But I don't see either one of them in the Final Four. I mean, you see them both in the Final Four. I can see Bayley, Dakota Kai, Candice LeRae, and I don't know who I would pick for the fourth one.
Becky.
See, I think she's going to be. Her and Nia Jax are going to take each other out.
Yeah. Maybe Kyrie.
I'm cool with that.
From damage control.
I'm
I can
always
see
happy
that.
with
Or I can see, Kyrie.
Asuka.
No, I don't want to see the repeat from the last year, 2 years ago, where she's spraying the mist and hit somebody in the face again. It's already been done when Rhea Ripley won a couple years ago or last year or 2 years ago. I'd rather see Kyrie, Dakota Kai, Bailey, and Candice LeRae.
Okay, I could see that happening. I definitely think you're going to get Becky and Nia squaring off with each other. I think that's almost a given. But I'll be honest with you, man. This year is probably the least interest I've had in the women's Royal Rumble. It's just there's nothing there outside of damage control. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So, let's move on to the men's.
Now there we have 11 guys.
We got 11 guys.
So we're almost double the women so far.
So for the men, we have where's it at here? Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, Kofi Kingston, and Damian Priest. Cody and Punk are gonna. I think Cody and Punk are a lock for the Final Four. I think they're pretty much a lock for the Final Four. Now the rest,
you killed the story of the match if they're not. I think
kind of, yeah. Or well, they have to be at least late.
You're. I can see one of them being out there in the first 5, but I see the other one not coming out till mid 20s.
I think Punk comes out towards the end.
Yes, Cody's gonna be the workhorse getting screwed again.
Yep. Cody's gonna be the one that's gonna be in there the longest. I think he's gonna be the Iron Man. Let's run him down here. Damian Priest, he's gonna get eliminated by Drew.
Yeah.
Him and Drew, very possibly that he and Drew eliminate each other. But I think that's the story with those two guys. Those two guys are just going to go at each other. He and Damian, so Drew and Damian are going to be going after each other. Kofi,
he'll try to do another spot.
He'll do another spot. Now, what some people are saying might happen is he might do a spot. He might get stuck, stranded, with no way back, right? Big E comes out and saves him.
If that's the case, make it a simple spot because you don't want to fuck that up.
I think it'll be something where like he's stuck on the ring edge, like where he's like too far away. Maybe he's like maybe he got an injury or something. And he can't make the jump across, and then Big E comes out and he helps him get back to the ring. I could see something like that happening with him. He's not going to win though.
No.
I could see him making it to the later part. He always does. He usually does fairly well. Like last year, he eliminated himself by accident.
Yeah.
So Akira Tozawa, he's going to get taken out in like 5 seconds.
He's like Santino.
Yeah, he's done. Otis and Chad Gable. So I wish Chad Gable was going to do better. I don't think he is. I think he's going to get eliminated. It's going to be comedic stupidity.
Otis and Chad, they're going to be dealing with the Viking Raiders.
Yeah. And I think that it's going to be something goofy. I think what we could get, we're going to get someone else mentioned this. I think we're going to get the big beefy guys squaring off. It's going to be Otis, Ivar from the Viking Raiders, Bronson Reed, and who's another big boy? One of the Creed brothers, maybe.
Omos.
Oh yeah, almost.
Dude, I wouldn't be shocked if he's not in the Rumble.
Yeah, and speaking of which, with Viking Raiders, Valhalla will be in the women's.
Oh yeah. Which he's not going to do anything though.
No.
So I think that's what's going to happen with Otis and Chad Gable.
I mean, the Street Profits will be in there.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, I think so like Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, I think they get eliminated relatively quick.
Yeah.
I don't think that for whatever reason they're not just Bobby Lashley a couple of years ago was like one of the biggest guys there. And now he's just so cooled off to the point where I just don't think that anybody cares. So I think that's going to happen there. Gunther, on the other hand, I think this is where we get our first surprise. I think Dominik Dijakovic's coming up. I think Dominik Dijakovic enters into the Rumble, and then him and Gunther have a stare down. I think that's going to be. And that's one of several stare downs with Gunther. I think that's imminent of Dijak being called up. So I think Dijak is one of the surprise guys in this. The other stare down that I think Gunther has is with Brock. I think Brock shows up as a surprise entrance as well. And because people have been wanting that shit forever, man.
Yep. Set the two of them up for WrestleMania.
Yep. Set it up for them at WrestleMania, him versus Gunther. And I think we're going to get that. We're going to get that stare down. So I think that's what they do with Gunther. Drew, we already talked about that. Him and Damian are going to probably eliminate each other.
And I can see Drew and possibly Miz and R-Truth.
Yep.
Mixing up with the rest of Judgment Day.
Well, so R-Truth, this is another one of the joke spots. I think with R-Truth, he's going to come in and he's going to accidentally eliminate one of the Judgment Day.
McDonough.
Yep. It's either going to be McDonough or it's going to be Balor. Probably McDonough because it's more of a jokey thing. But I think like he'll be coming in, he'll be like dancing around, and he'll reach up to grab the rope to pull himself in, and as he pulls it down, McDonough hits it and flips out of the ring. And he's just and Archer's really like, okay, my bad. So I think that definitely happens. Like I said, we talked about Bobby Lashley. Nakamura. Okay. So another potential surprise entrance for.
Not going to happen.
You don't think so? Dude, before today, I would have said.
Not going to happen.
I would have said 75% certain that Okada signs with AEW. But after what's happening today, man, I don't know, man.
Not going to happen.
I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Kazuchika Okada debuts at the Royal Rumble. Because we talked about this, when they debut him, it's got to be big. I would not. They're talking like who's going to go to NXT? And no, you cannot put Okada on NXT. He's got to go straight to the main roster, and you got to push him like a big deal.
I would put my chips in Mercedes before Okada.
I would agree with you on that, but I don't know, man.
If I had to choose one of them, my money's going on Mercedes before Okada.
Something in my gut's telling me, man. And here's the thing: I've been wrong a lot this year.
Yes.
This last year, I was wrong a lot.
Uh-huh.
Something in my gut's telling me that Okada's going to WWE. That Triple H is with all this new money that he's got and all this new power, that they'll make a deal with Okada saying, "You want to live?" He's like, "Look, normally we don't do this. If you want to stay in Japan, you can stay in Japan. You can keep living
So who's going to be his manager? Because he will need one.
Well, we talked about this. He needs who's the number one mouthpiece in WWE?
Heyman.
Heyman. It's got to be Heyman. because Heyman will because on top of Okada's own ability and the way they push him, Heyman will give him that big talent feel. And he needs and I know he's been working on his English. He needs a mouthpiece. He needs a mouthpiece. So
well, yeah.
Personally, I want him in AEW too, but I got a feeling he's going to WWE, guys.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there's a chance.
Rob's
dude, how big?
Rob's like Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance? I say
zero chance. Okay,
chance he shows up there.
I'm saying that I'm leaning very heavily towards AEW for him, but at the same time, dude, I don't know. I got a weird feeling that he might show up this weekend.
We might,
and if he does, and Nakamura's in the ring, that freaking the roof's gonna come off that place. Those two guys facing down is gonna be crazy.
You're gonna see Mr. Woo Woo Woo.
I definitely think he's.
I think he's there. I think AOP.
So
and what's his name? Shit. Who's with AOP? God.
Jinder?
No.
Shit. Karrion.
Yeah, Karrion Kross. Kross will be there. AOP will be in there, I think.
Dude, honestly, if they're in there, I don't think they're going to do much of anything.
They won't.
I think they'll go in there and it'll be like crickets. So so here's the list of people that
Charles Spears, he can be there.
Just one thing. Did Tamatonga leave already?
Yes. Yep. He's officially done with New Japan. Could he go there? I don't think so. I think he's going to end up, if he goes anywhere, I think he signs a Ring of Honor deal or he signs with Impact. So here's the list of guys that I think have a really good chance of showing up. Austin Theory, which I think Austin Theory shows up and immediately he's just gone. He shows up and he disappears. He's in there for a little bit. I think Austin Theory shows up and he stays in there for like way too long, but then gets eliminated towards the before you get to like the final four. Brock Lesnar, I think Lesnar shows up and we get that stare down with him and Gunther. Bronson Reed, I already talked about that. We're gonna get the big boys. Get the stare down with the big boys. The Creed brothers. I think those guys are definitely gonna be in there. Dijak, I think, is gonna be one of the surprise entries. Another surprise entry, Dragon Lee. I think they're looking to bring Dragon Lee up to the main roster sooner rather than later. So I think he makes the debut. Dominic Mysterio. I think Dom comes into the ring and immediately everybody, good guys, heels and faces alike, turn around and they just start murdering him.
Then Nick Mysterio comes after.
I think Dom comes in, gets murked, and he's the fastest elimination of the entire Rumble. I think he's in there for less than a minute. I think another surprise entry, McIntyre. I think McIntyre shows up in the Rumble.
Who?
Drew McIntyre.
Why would that be a surprise?
Oh wait, no. My brain is just took a crap. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, because he's already in there. I think Balor is in there. I think both guys from Imperium are in there. Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. I think they fight with Austin Creed and Kofi. I think then those guys end up eliminating each other. JD McDonough already said that's going to be like the joke elimination by R-Truth. Jinder Mahal. Jinder's going to get hindered.
Please don't.
Oh no, we can't
Dude, he's
hinder
going to show. He's going to show up.
But you can't hinder Jinder.
Jimmy and Jey Uso, I think, are going to be involved in the Rumble.
You only have 19.
Yeah, I know. Well, I said these are guys that could show up. These are guys that I think have a good chance of showing up. So there's a few more extra in there. So some of these guys aren't going to do there. Johnny Gargano. I think Johnny Gargano is going to come out. He's going to be in some from goofy ass friggin' Marvel cosplay, and I don't think he's going to do particularly well. I disagree. I think they do know who he is. I think Okada's. People have talked about him enough and whatnot that I think they do know who he is.
I think you're overestimating his popularity with that audience.
Your smart marks know who he is. Your general audience has no clue.
Just like they didn't know what happened to Punk in AEW.
But that's bullshit. They knew. They just said they didn't.
No, I'm talking about the audience. The audience didn't care.
No, bullshit. I guarantee you they knew he was in AEW.
No, they didn't know what happened.
Dude, the amount of times that they were talking shit about it, they had to know something.
I'm talking about the audience. They didn't know what happened to him there.
Well, I don't believe that at all.
If you threw Jade Cargill out there as soon as she left AEW and threw her on Raw or SmackDown, people would be like, who the hell is this?
Oh, I know. I agree.
The smart marks would know who she is, but a lot of them would be like, who's this?
They'd be like, oh, damn, that's a hot ass muscle chick. But anyway, we're running out of time here. One last surprise entrance. And his name is John Cena. I think Cena is a surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble.
More than The Rock?
And if Cena is a surprise entrance in the Rumble, The Rock will be there as well. And Cena will save The Rock.
Huh?
You're missing somebody.
We're missing.
You're missing somebody. He's missing somebody, Johnny.
He is.
You know who he's missing? Who's going to be there? Charlotte's husband, Andrade.
You know what? I forgot about that. Yep, you're right. So one of these guys, like I said, the guys that we just listed, these are possibilities.
I can see Andrade in the final four.
Woo! Possibly.
No.
I think regardless,
he's in the final four.
If he does show up, he's going to have a good showing no matter what. I don't know that he's going to be in the final four though.
You're like the Nature Boy. Woo.
Woo. Yeah, like I said, Sean Spears is a possibility as well. I don't think he's still is he still in an AEW contract?
No,
he's free.
Yeah, he's free. Yeah. So, but those are like those guys that I listed off. Those are the ones I believe had the largest chance of showing up in the Rumble. But ultimately, I think when it's all said and done, I think Punk eliminates Cody. I think Punk wins. I think Punk eliminates Cody, and Cody gets his shot by winning the Elimination Chamber. I think that's how that works. Appreciate it, Big Daddy. Yeah, and here's the thing, man. A lot of this is it's all speculation, because we don't know what the hell they're thinking about what's going on. A lot of it hinges on what they're going to do with Roman come WrestleMania. Like we said, if they're not going to have him drop the title at WrestleMania, if they're going to have him hold it till SummerSlam, which I hope to God they don't, I can see Punk eliminating Cody. Punk wins the Rumble. Punk faces Roman at WrestleMania and loses.
Roman?
Yes. Punk facing Roman, not Punk versus Seth or whoever
nope.
has.
I think Seth's injury. You guys saw that promo they did on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Punk's not talking about like fighting the way that they're talking about. They have to go through each other. Cody's not going after Seth. Cody's going after Roman.
Where's The Rock fit in all this? He already called out.
Still, they have to go through each other because they both want to win the Rumble. That was
night
what
one,
they
night
meant.
two. Night one, night two.
The Rock's already called out the head of the table. Where's Rock fit in all this?
I just said one on night one, the other on night two.
No,
that's absurd.
You're not gonna have Roman on both nights. You're gonna have.
Dude, they've been talking. Everybody's been talking about they could do him on both nights.
You're gonna have Seth on one night and Roman on the other night. It doesn't make sense.
That may have been the original plan. I don't think that's the plan anymore with his injury.
You take the title off Seth, you're still gonna have to have
the main event.
The title defended as the main event on one of the nights. If you take the title off of Seth and put it on Damian Priest, you're still gonna have that. They're still going to make that title
the main event.
Day one main event.
No, think about this. The last pay-per-view, they had that title defended in the first match of the friggin' show.
You're not going to do that to that title again.
You don't think so?
Nope.
No.
I would not put them past them to do that. Would not put them past them.
Hey, Izzy.
Yeah.
My bartender from Aaron and Moses.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Izzy.
B Hockey said the only tweak you need to the original plan is make Punk more of a clear-cut heel, willing to target the injury. True, like I said, a lot of this hinges on how they're actually going to do Seth going forward. I don't like the idea. Like I said, I don't like the idea of him wrestling injured. I think that's a recipe for disaster. But you say,
sorry, Izzy, how did night one of Mardi Gras menu go?
Oh my God. But you saying that they won't put Seth's title as an opener for a night one or night two? I bullshit. I 100% believe they would. Nope. Now, is it a good idea? No. But I 100% believe that they would.
Johnny's with me, right, Johnny?
Yes, I am.
Night one main event.
You guys, that's fine, man. But dude, we've seen how many times have we been like, really? You're putting this match on now? How many times has that happened over the last year? It's like, what the hell? Everything gets sacrificed on the altar of Roman Reigns. Everything. That's the way it's worked for the last couple of years. So you can disagree with me all you want.
Book it.
You can disagree with me all you want, man. But are you honestly going to sit there and say that there is no way that they would do that? That they would put that they would put a world title match on as the opener for night one or night two? 100, no chance at all.
There's no chance at all. They put the world heavyweight title as the curtain jerker on night one.
I disagree. I think that when it comes to Roman Reigns, they're willing to sacrifice anything and everyone.
Nope.
B-Hawk is that Punk was never going to stay face for long anyway. Just turn him full heel now and take the strap from Seth. The SummerSlam rematch, you get the 5-star match. Dude, I'll tell you this right now. Punk is better as a heel than he is as a face.
And another reason why you want to do that is Punk deserves the main event.
He does.
On one of those nights at WrestleMania.
Okay.
And if you're going to put the title on Punk, you're not going to have me the curtain jerker on day one.
No chance in hell.
I'm telling you right now, you guys are talking sense. I'm talking the fact that WWE has made it clear for the last 3.5 years that Roman is the only thing that matters.
Vince made that clear.
Yeah, Vince.
No. And Hunter has carried that through for the last 1.5 years
because he had to.
What else was he going to do? Vince now he has options.
I think you guys are putting way too much faith in them to not screw it up. I think you're putting way too much faith in them not to screw it up. Dude, think about the decision that happened at the last WrestleMania.
That was Vince.
Yeah, I understand that. We know that's Vince. But here's the thing. After the reports are coming out, Hunter could have vetoed that. Yes, but he didn't, but obviously because he's not going to piss off Vince. But here's the thing. Roman is still their guy. He is still their guy.
last WrestleMania, this company wasn't sold to TKO Sports.
I understand that. But here's the thing, though. I don't have faith in TKO Sports not to do something screwy. Just look at what they've done to the UFC. Okay. So now, am I saying that this is likely to happen? No, I don't think it's likely to happen. But if they did it, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I am so shocked. Bullshit. Dude, they have made decisions how many decisions have they made since Hunter's been in charge? Now obviously it's a lot better with Hunter in charge. But how times have there been decisions made like, what the hell was that idea? Where the hell did that come from? It's like I said, man, everything gets sacrificed on the altar of Roman Reigns. So whatever they feel works best with Roman.
Night 2, Roman Reigns. Boom.
I understand
Night 1, World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Main event.
But
Night 2, Universal.
I also think Seth being hurt has changed everything. So
regardless,
it'll be interesting to see what happens with the Rumble. Like I said, WrestleMania is going to be weird this year, man. WrestleMania is going to be interesting. I'm just saying, yeah, Hunter doesn't always hit the home run. Point in case the women's tag team. You know what though? The women's. I'm not going to put the women's tag belts on Hunter as his fault. The women's tag belts. There should never have been two separate sets of them. I would have made a women's tag team division to begin belts to begin with, because you don't have any because outside of one or two, you don't have any real women's tag teams.
You just throw
not like you do with the men.
You just throw two women together and say you're a team now.
Yeah, you just throw in and the combinations they were throwing together didn't make any goddamn sense. Like they had two teams between NXT and the women's roster, and that was it. Real teams, and the rest of them were just women just thrown together, and as you know, that rarely works.
They were just going to throw Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss together, and they were tag team.
Jesus
God. What?
Yeah. Oh my God! But anyway, guys, those are our Royal Rumble predictions. Join us this weekend. We're going to be live streaming results. Maybe we'll throw the link out there so you guys can come on and hang out with us as well, and talk some stuff.
There's a better chance of Tessa Blanchard showing up than Kazuchika Okada.
Okay. Dude, like I said, it's I don't know, man. It's just my gut feeling, guys. And by the way, go over at 8:30 in about 15 minutes. Go check out JD from New York. Big Daddy's a moderator over there. Also check out Big Daddy's channel. He's doing daily videos, some good stuff, man. Go learn from the learning tree, guys.
Again, thank you to my Aaron and Moses team. Thank you.
Yep.
Love seeing people show up there. Miss it. Izzy. Thank you, Izzy. I'll see you tomorrow if you're working tomorrow, Izzy.
You know, I'll tell you what, man. When are we going to get this guy back?
War games! Of war games! War games! War games!
War games!
I miss him dude. I miss him on commentary.
He can come back now. He's allowed.
I know he can. I don't think he wants to. But anyway, guys, appreciate you being here. We will catch you guys this weekend. Have a good time.
8:00.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.